Dawn. 3 days to go and the first signs that a suspect underground culture could be gaining respectability. A portable warehouse suggests organisation and commercial interest. This rave isn't a sudden impulse affair. It's been planned, and the motivation is profit. But suspicion and distrust have yet to be overcome.
Steve, DJ Rap, Parks and Wilson and Smokey Joe.
A windswept, isolated field on the other side of the tracks being chosen as the venue for the latest youth craze.
The return of the beast.
The police view scenes like this with anxiety. They've seen them before, unlicensed gatherings on wasteland and in empty warehouses. 12 hours of non-stop frenzied dancing. You can't buy alcohol, it's frowned on, but the pushers are there and drugs change hands. It's a rave.
I'm well impressed. I think it's going to be a good night, yeah.
It's an all-night rave. It's starting from about 9 in the evening, going all the way through to about 10 in the morning.
Why is there no trouble? This is not Saturday night at the club, you know.
But this party is legal. It's the third to be licensed by the local authority and monitored by the police in the past 7 months. More are planned.
Injected with a poison.
It's difficult to explain. Certain records have certain parts of them that are recognised by people, and that's the bit that people like about it. Yeah? You can cut those bits in and out as often as you want, as long as it's in the correct tempo. With other tunes, it's like mixing and matching tunes, making them go together, making new tunes out of them. I think a DJ becomes a good DJ the moment he knows exactly what to play. This is just I suppose this is just an extension of my ego, I suppose. It was excellent when it was illegal. It was absolutely wicked. There was a buzz to it, and there was a buzz to getting busted as well, you know, when the police used to come along and turf everyone out. There was one party in London that I went to in 1988. The police wanted to clear this, so they thought, well, one thing they would do was to set the siren on the vans off. Unfortunately, one of the top tunes at that time had this siren going through. Can you feel it burn?
Too strong. Check this out.
Now that it's legal, obviously it's much safer. But also now that it's legal, you might think, oh, it's not much of a kick. This isn't a warehouse party, it's illegal.
It's one of these things that it's better having a rave, which is licensed, than something that isn't.
We don't need that anymore. We don't need that anymore.
We have bins here, so is there any drink can be deposited in them? I mean, they bring bottles of Coke filled with drink, alcohol, that gets deposited. We literally give them what we call a soft pack.
Throw your hands up, throw your hands up.
If it's as organised as we are seeing here tonight, I think all authorities should take it up for the kids' sake. Because the kids were always saying that there's nothing for the kids to do. This is the answer. Right. If they're prepared to behave themselves, we can have these on every weekend.
That is the briefing as far as that you need to know. The other thing is what I want to bring to your attention tonight, for those that may not know, is I have the type of tablets that people might supply. And therefore there for you to look at. There is some amphetamines, crushed amphetamines, LSD, and cannabis.
We don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Guys, sorry, you can't film this. Right? This could lead to court cases, so you cannot film that, right? I'm sorry, mate.
Throw your hands up, throw your hands up. Throw your hands up, throw your hands up.
Whether it's police well or not, you know,
some drugs get in.
Injected with a poison.
poison.
It's something entirely unique in my experience. I've 20 years service in, and I've been to one or two events, but nothing of this type at all. I think it's best described in my eyes as being surreal. I spoke to quite a number of the young people who attend there before the event, and in general they seem perfectly nice young people who in many cases travelled a long, long way to get here. When the event started, when the music started and the strobes, the lights and all the rest of it came on, the situation changed. They still remain nice people, but I found the difference being that I did have occasion to speak to some of the young people as the night went by, and I'll be talking to them quite loosely, and they would be answering quite loosely. And all of a sudden they would start dancing frenetically as if totally beyond their control. And they would just carry on and bop off into the distance.
We're just here to have a good time and dance.
There was no communication amongst them. They were in a world of their own. 2,000 people. The threat of violence just wasn't there. People went there just to enjoy themselves, and by goodness, they certainly did that.
Are you listening to me? Are you listening to me? We don't need that anymore. We don't need that anymore.
Just a feeling, you know? Express yourself. Run it again. Meditation. Meditation. Meditation.
I must say, in general terms, I obviously enjoyed what they did. I found it a little bit disturbing, to be perfectly honest. People can go into the world of their own without having consideration for anything that's going on around them. But if that's what young people want to do, I see no harm in it per se.
I was out there on the stage tonight.
Have a good time?
I loved it, yeah.
How
yeah.
did it rate as a rave compared to what you were?
I'd say it's the best one I've been to.